Hey everybody, how's it going? Slim Anthem here, and we are back with another episode of Talking Points. It has been 10 months since I last uploaded one of these videos, so it's going to be interesting because I don't really remember if I had like some sort of format to do in this video. I think I literally just kind of talked about whatever was on my mind and just went into detail. But this episode, I want to talk about my top 5 artists from different music genres. So, first off, we're going to start with the pop genre. So I'm going to give you like 5 artists and I'll briefly explain why, and then I'll list like the honorable mentions for each category. So I have for my number 5 favorite artist for pop would be Fall Out Boy. Fall Out Boy was one of those bands that I grew up with, like listening to as I was a kid, but some of the only songs I knew at the time were Sugar We're Going Down and Dance Dance. Those were the 2 main songs I knew, and then just over time I kind of heard new songs like I Don't Care, Thanks for the Memories, and they just kind of grew on me. And then when they came out with their Save Rock and Roll album, that was probably one of my favorite albums that they released, but the reason why this is not higher up on the list is because it can be easy to get burned out on these guys. I'm not quite sure if it's their format or like just their style or something, but I think it just might be that I've listened to so much Fall Out Boy as a kid that I'm just tired of listening to Patrick Stump's voice all the time. So yeah, that's going to be my number 5. Because I really don't like that many pop artists. But for pop, this category, I kind of combined it with punk rock as well. So that's why you're gonna see some other stuff in here too. For number 4, I have Lifehouse. Lifehouse was one of those bands that the moment I hear one of their songs, it's like, oh my gosh, everybody just freak out, because there's songs by Lifehouse that I will just flat out rock out to. Well, you can't rock out to songs like Broken by Lifehouse, but there's songs that are just so good, and I really can't really put it into words, but the first song I've heard from them is probably Whatever It Takes, and I thought that song just really connected with me. And then there was also, what is it? You and Me, Broken, For the First Time. But yeah, Lifehouse is a pretty good band. I encourage you guys to listen to it when you get a chance. Number 3, All American Rejects. It's one of those bands that you can always pretty much listen to. Pretty much anyone who grew up in the early 2000s as a young kid would know about All American Rejects because they have songs that people have listened to, that people would consider as like gothic music, like emo stuff, but really it's pretty good music, and they've managed to get so much popularity. They've kind of died down a little bit, but every one of their albums they've done pretty good. My favorite song by them is probably It Ends Tonight, and then next to that would probably be Dirty Little Secret. But All American Rejects, that is just an amazing band. When I first heard it, I think I first started listening to them maybe 2006. Okay, and then Simple Plan is my number 2. I pretty much know so many Simple Plan songs I can't even name them right now. And I'm not even going to try because that would just take too long. But Simple Plan, I've listened to so many of their songs in my life as a kid that it would just take forever to like explain to you how much I love this band. And then my number 1 choice is Blink-182. Blink-182, just every song stirs a memory. Every time I hear Adam's song or all the small things, it always takes me back to a place in time. And At first, I was a little skeptical when they came out with their new album this year, but it's really growing on me, and I love some of the songs. My favorite one, I'm kind of liking that she's out of her mind. That song's pretty good. I also like California. That's a good one. And then let's see. So that's it for pop music. The honorable mention I had listed for that was Maroon 5. And that's another one of those bands that it's one of those groups that I grew up with as a kid, but I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites. It's just one that I like over other artists because I'm not really much of a pop artist pop music kind of dude. Okay, moving on to Christian music. Number 5, Skillet. Skillet is a Christian rock band, and they've made songs like Monster, Awake and Alive, Feel Invincible. You might hear that one on the radio. But my favorite one by them is American Noise. I think that one's really good. Switchfoot is probably the Christian band that I have known the most throughout my life. I've grown up on it. Like, I have one of their CDs, maybe even 2 of them, but I've just grown like a huge interest in Switchfoot over the years, and it's just been a band that I've been listening to quite a bit. Number 3, 10th Avenue North. I really connect to the song Worn by them, and every time I hear that song, I don't skip it. I just listen to it and just take it in because I just love that song so much. Number 2, Third Day. They're kind of like a southern rock kind of version of Christian music because I like anything that has rock music in it. And I Need a Miracle. That song is pretty good. And then number 1 is Matthew West. Yeah, most of the songs I listen to are probably by Matthew West. Forgiveness is a good song. Hello, My Name Is. The Motions. Just songs like that I've just really enjoyed from listening. And then the honorable mention for this genre is Mercy Me. They're the group that sings, what is that song? I Can Only Imagine, and they sing Greater and Shake. Let's see, for rock music, my number 5 choice is Pop Evil. Pop Evil was a band that I didn't hear until 2012, and probably one of the first songs I heard from them was like Last Man Standing, and then Monster, and then after that I heard Purple, and then Trenches, and then Torn to Pieces. Like, those songs are like the kind of songs I can think of where a sporting event's about to take place and the players are taking the field, and then that kick, the opening kickoff for the game is about to start. Now, what's the song you pick to play? You pick Trenches by Pop Evil. That is the song. Number 4, Papa Roach. Papa Roach, I'm not really sure like where on the spectrum of like their music I like the most, because I like their old stuff, their more in between stuff, and then their newest stuff. But my favorite song by Papa Roach has got to be No Matter What, because just something about like the lead singer's voice. I think his name is like Jacoby Shaddix or something like that. But he just puts like so much like emotion and stuff into the lyrics, and it's just awesome because they have songs that are just rock ballads and other songs that I consider like pump up music for like a sporting event. So pretty much like rock music like totally like sinks deep inside of me. Like, it's a big part of my life. Three Doors Down is my number 3 choice. Their biggest song, in my opinion, I mean, it's probably their most popular, and plus it's my favorite as well, is Here Without You. There's just something magical about this band. Like, it seems like they can sing whatever song that comes to their mind, and no matter what it is, it just sounds amazing. Like this group has so much talent, and even though their popularity is kind of toned down quite a bit, they've released a new album this year. Their newest song on there, In the Dark, I think is really good. But I highly encourage you guys, if you have never heard of this band, but I really hope you have. They are awesome. One of their songs you probably heard about is Kryptonite. But Three Doors Down, definitely a band you want to listen to, because it's just very awesome stuff. The guy is just an amazing singer. Number 2, Five Finger Death Punch. As much as I'm not much of a screamo kind of rock guy, I'm more of just kind of a nice guitar solo, singer with a loud voice but not really screaming. I'm not looking for like a Corey Taylor of a Slipknot and Stone Sour. I'm looking for more of just like kind of a music that carries a very inspirational message and also has just amazing, the song's just amazing all around. And the lead singer Ivan does a really good job because their songs just really connect to me because they're a very American band. They have a lot of appreciation for the military, and I really respect that because the military has a big place in my heart. So I'm just very fortunate enough to listen to this band because a lot of their songs are just amazing. Remember Everything, Bad Company. I mean, some of their songs are like remakes of others. Like they've just done covers of other songs. But yeah, they've sang a lot of songs that are just amazing. Wrong Side of Heaven, that's an amazing song as well. And then my favorite rock band of all time has got to be Shinedown. Shinedown, their very first song I've heard was Second Chance. And every time I see these guys in concert, I'm just so impressed by how they perform and like just how they act in their music videos and stuff, like outside of concerts, just cracks me up. Like these guys are just hilarious. But yeah, the lead singer Brett Smith, he has an amazing voice. Zach Myers is really good at playing guitar. And then the other guys that no one ever talks about, Eric Bass and Barry, the drummer, they're really awesome. They're a really awesome group. And my honorable mention for that is Nickelback. Now, before you say, whoa, how can you pick Nickelback? Well, Nickelback I've grown up with since I was a kid, so get over it. Alright, I'm going to have to go through the rest of these quick because I have like 1.5 minutes left. My top 5 picks for country music. Number 5, Eric Church. I like his song. My favorite song by him is probably Record Year, and then also Springsteen. Number 4 has got to be Justin Moore. This Kind of Town, If Heaven Wasn't So Far Away. Yeah, just stuff like that. Letting the Night Roll. You Look Like I Need a Drink. Number 3, Zac Brown Band. These guys are just amazing, very talented. They have a lot of players in their band, and I know like a huge chunk of their songs. Brantley Gilbert, awesome dude. He brings rock big time into country music. Huge supporter of the military, and he's a Republican just like me. And I just think he's an amazing guy because he does so much to help out with organizations. And Luke Bryan, that guy is just cracking me up. He's always doing these weird dances on stage, but I know probably almost all of his songs. And then honorable mention, I have Blake Shelton, because it's Blake Shelton. You gotta know a lot of Blake Shelton songs at some point in your life. But yeah, that's my top 5 artists from different genres. Only way I think the video is pretty much over. So thanks for watching, guys. See ya.